Boys and girls, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Today is the introduction to run levels, so let's go over it. Let's start with the lesson. Just for you to be aware, please be informed that I am using a backup tool, a backup virtual machine. This is an Alma Linux CentOS 764 bits is what I name it, but it's actually Alma Linux. You can download the ISO and create another virtual machine just in case we mess something up today, because we are going to run with a topic that is a little difficult to handle, and if we configure something incorrectly, we can be in a chaos. It could be a nightmare for us as a Linux administrator. So please be aware that I'm using a backup operating system, and I am using another distribution which is very similar to the Red Hat. It is Alma Linux. In fact, if you go here and you type it Alma Linux ISO download, Alma Linux 9 ISO download, you can go there and you can go to the official website and download the operating system. You can either download the boot ISO or the DVD ISO, wherever of those two options will be working perfectly for you guys. If you only want the minimal requirements with the terminal interface only, you can use the minimal ISO as well. So just for you to be aware of almalinux.org, that will be another operating system that you can use as a backup tool. And we are using today. So let's go with the lesson. Let's close Google for now. First thing we are going to do is to run the following. So let us go ahead and explain what every run level means. If we are with the zero, it means halt. It means basically that the system is shut down. You don't want to do this in a production or test environment because it is difficult to to power on a operating system by itself. But now with this run level, it will be a nightmare. It will be a chaos. So you don't want to have this one or the reboot option, the run level 6, because it will be in a loop, stuck forever and repeating by itself over and over, rebooting forever in a loop. So we have the 0, which means like a power down, power off, or halt. We have the single user mode. Basically, that's what it means. The run level user, run level 1, it means that it is only for one user only. It's basically a single user mode only. And the run level 2 is multi-user mode without networking. Run level 3 is multi-user mode with networking. Run level 4 is undefined, user definable. So basically it's a level that you can customize. And the run level 5, finally here, is the multi-user mode with networking with the GUI. We already explained the reboot, the run level 6, so we should be all good. Let's go with the demonstration. So we're going to take a look at the default target, the graphical target, and the multi-user target. In order to do so, we're going to run the following command: systemctl get default. That is the first command we're going to run today. It is probable that we need to run this with sudo. So let's use the sudo just in case. Let's try without the sudo just to see if it works. It works. We don't really need the sudo in this operating system, but I think I already configured root privileges at some point for this specific user. Who am I? I am this RM server. So we don't really need the sudo for now. The system will let us know if at some point we need the sudo command uh, for any download of packages or any changes that we're running at in the operating system. So let's go with the run level. So if we type run level, basically let's just type it there. I don't think anything will happen. Let's just type it up for training purposes to see if something happened, but I don't think. Oh, it will let us know that we are at run level 5. So it is telling us that we are at run level 5 at this moment. Okay, so let's go ahead and run the following command. To know the current target with the system D, Let's go ahead and copy and paste this one in the terminal. And looks like it is a longer command than expected. Systemctl list units type target state active. Okay, very interesting. Let's see what it does. Okay, it demonstrates checking the current target with the system D. So basically we are seeing the current target with the system D, with this specific command that we were running. Look at all the processes that are loaded and active at this moment. Let's go ahead and quit with the queue and let's continue with the lesson. So step by step, run level. You can run any level. I'm going to run the same level that we have, level 5, because I don't want to do any changes. So I'm just going to type 5. But look at that. I need to have just a sudo in order to run this. So I ran it successfully, but I have to execute the sudo. There you need the sudo command. Okay, now let's go ahead and see an example. If we do the following, I'm not going to really do any changes, but I'm going to do a nano test file and then paste it here. So if we run telinit 3, we switch to multi-user mode. And if we run the other one, well, the other one, telinit 5, we have the telinit 5 means graphical mode. We are running graphical mode. If we copy and paste this one here, we have graphical mode. Let's just copy and save it. With the cat command, we will be able to see the content in the file. There is telinit 5, the multi-user mode, telinit 3, I'm sorry, telinit 3 multi-user mode. Telinit 5 is the graphical mode, which we are currently running, but I'm running through a terminal. So if you go here to the virtual machine, you will be able to see the graphical interface. I told you this is the Alma Linux, so it might seem a little bit different for you. Let me just type in the password and wait for a couple of seconds while the system loads. We will be able to see the graphical interface in a moment. Let's continue with the lab for now. So the isolate, basically what it does, we already changed Runlevels or have the knowledge on how to do the changes if required at some specific point. Not recommended at any point of your career to change it to Runlevel 0 or Runlevel 6 if you don't want to be fired of your current job. Okay, let's go with the next. System isolate. Explain the systemctl command. System isolate. Okay, let's go ahead and see some examples. Let's go ahead and run this one. Let's see if it is going to ask me for the sudo. So if we run this one, it is actually asking me for the password in order to complete this multi-user. Now let's run the other one. Let's go ahead and run the other one, the other command. If I'm able to get it from the guide, let's just copy and paste it there. The graphical, I have to add the access again, the password. Right. It is nice how we can change from the multi-user target to the graphical target. We just saw some examples. There are more options. We have the graphical target, the multi-user target, the rescue target, and the emergency target, depending on the scenario. Now we are going to see all the different targets with this command. Is the units files type target command. Let's go ahead and run this one. I'm going to clear the screen with the clear command and paste it. Systemctl list units files type target. There are some dashes, so please be informed and please be aware of the dashes there. So system list dash unit dash files space dash dash type equal target, and you see all of those targets that we have available in the operating system. Some of them are disabled, some of them are static. Okay, it looks like some aliases that there we have for the different run levels. We have a 0, 1, 2, 6, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 run levels. So we have already discussed a little bit about those. With Q, you can quit the operating system that you're running right now. And we're going to run another command. And basically, let's go ahead and copy this one. Is to copy some information from a multi-user target to a custom target that we are currently creating. So let's just copy and paste it there. And maybe there is something that we are running incorrectly. PP is missing the file operand after the target. Let's go ahead and check this error message with the help of our friend GTP chat, because there is something wrong that I am typing, or I am writing something incorrectly. So let's see if maybe I can copy the code again from some other place. Okay, it is asking me to correct the command, run the command corrected. So I'm going to copy this other command, and we are going to see the differences now. Copy and paste it and then enter. Look at the difference. We have basically sudo cp and then the route, user lib systemd system multi-user target, and all together we have a space, and then we have the other route, etc systemd, and then system, my current target. So maybe we have to add everything in a single line. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to edit the document. I'm going to go there and edit it. There might be a problem with the current line that I added, so I will do some editing here. Where is it, my boys and my girls? Should be here somewhere. Okay, there it is. Let me just go ahead and copy and paste it there. It really didn't work. Okay, I need to copy everything in a single command. So let me just copy this and delete everything there. Please be informed that when you are typing this, you have to be in a single line. So if you can do the following when you are running this lab, if you can go to a notepad and copy and paste it there, and make sure everything is in a single line, that will be really appreciated, and that's the way it will work for you. Or you can just ask GTP chat to help you out with ordering the command by itself. So we have completed this successfully. We edited some custom target, including the specific services. Now we're going to reload some configuration with the following command. Let me paste it there. And let me see if we don't need any spaces there. Where do we have that space? Now it should be working successfully. Let's see now what it does exactly according to the guide. So I'm going to do the following. I'm going to open the guide one more time just to cover a box. And let's go with it. So basically we are rebooting the process. The daemon process is what we're doing here, rebooting the process so the operating system take the changes that we're doing and adding the multi-user target to the custom that we are working on at this moment. Let's continue with the troubleshooting run levels. There is a command that we're going to run. We have used it in some other lessons. Let's clear the screen for a moment and run this one. Is the journal ctl-xe command. So basically we are going to run this command, and at this moment we are running a process. Basically with this command we are able to look at the log information of the server. So we are running in order to troubleshoot any inconveniences or issues with this command. It is journal space -xe. In order to run this command, after you execute it, you will be able to see all of the logs information in the server. So it is very useful for troubleshooting purposes. Now, how do you quit the screen? How do we go back to the terminal? We have to use the Q and then enter. And there you are. Now we are at the terminal back again. Let's continue with the guide and let's use the following command. It will be system status and the service that we are running. For example, let's just go ahead and check the SSH. Since we are connected through a terminal, it should be up and running successfully. Let's take a look. Now, there might be a problem with the SSH because it might be different. Sometimes it's called SSHD. There you go. Now, the name of this service is SSHD.service. And basically, you are running the terminal command, and this is a process. It's also called a daemon. And you can see it is active, it is loaded. There is the path, the complete path of the specific process or service that you're running on. And it's another way to troubleshoot and find information. So system CTL, status, and the name of the service or process that you want to double check. That's basically it. We are going to quit this one and continue with the guides. Let's take a look at this one. This is what I told you not to do. We are not going to do it, but I'm going to add it to the notepad that we created previously. Telinit 1 is not recommended because it will be in a hot state and it will be power off. And probably if we run this, what happens is that the system will be power off, it will be shut down, and we will have to go to the is like the emergency backup option in order to recover the system. It is actually called the recover. So we will have to go to the recovery in order to recover that. Let me paste this one here, or I'm just going to add it there so you can see it. So it is telinit 1. And let me just validate here. I'm going to add the one there, and I'm going to explain basically what it does. It's a halt. It's a halt or power off. That is basically what it does. Let me just copy and save this file. Yes, we want to save the changes, but it is file. Okay, let me do a cat just to double check we saved the changes successfully. There you go. I might have to double check something there. There is a symbol that I want to remove. Control O, Control X. There you go. Now, if we type tag, what happened? It gets in a different order. We have telinit 5, telinit 3, and telinit 1. It basically changed the order of the file. Instead of cat, you are running the tag command. And it's basically now we have this one first, then we have the telinit 3 and telinit 1 at the bottom. That's basically what the tag command does. Let's continue with the guide. We should be finishing the lesson for today, hopefully very soon. I think we are done. Let's just go ahead and review a little bit about the different processes that we're running. So basically, these are the run levels. We went over it. We explained most of them. So we have the run level 1, which is the halt, the run level 2, which is the single user mode, run level 2. Run level 1 is the single user. Run level 2 is the multi-user mode without networking. Run level 3 is the multi-user mode with networking. And we have the level 4, which is undefined or user definable. We have run level 5, multi-user mode with networking and the GUI interface. And finally, we have the 6, the run level 6, which is the reboot. So that is basically everything for today's lessons. I think we are done with the lesson. Let me just go ahead and finish the recording. Have a great day, guys, and take care.